And we're back, Marriage Monday.
Hello.
This seems like it was Monday yesterday.
It does.
But it wasn't.
It was not.
It was Sunday. But guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us and each week just showing up and hearing what we have to say as we live life simple, as we live life casual, as the topic is today. Already have people joining in. Welcome. I just want to say thank you for all that joined us at the Fully Connected Conference. We were blown away with the responses and the encouragement that you guys gave us. We're still blown away. We're still, if it looks like we're tired, I feel like we're rested, but I think we're still tired from it. But what a blessing it was just to share last weekend with you guys. Now I just want to throw something out real quick because I know some of you don't watch the full video. We have our next marriage conference on the books for May 1st and 2nd in Tampa, Florida. Right. We're so excited about that. We have couples already saying, hey, we want to be a part of that. But I just want to throw it out there. We don't just get there for free. It's a lot of volunteers. It takes a lot of money to put these conferences on. So I just want to throw this out there. Worth the Work shirts are for sale. If you would like a Worth the Work shirt, they're $25. And it helps us sponsor couples that can't afford it. It helps us buy plane tickets. It helps us do all the things and all the small things that made the conference great. Elevate had some sponsors this time, but we're doing it in a new place, a new city. It's going to take more resources, but we fully believe that we're supposed to be there. So we know God's going to provide. So Worth the Work shirts are for sale. Ladies, there's pink shirts that say...
There's always more.
There's always more. There's Worth the Work for the guys and Fully Connected gray shirts. Message me. My wife's got a full plate. So if you want one of these shirts, DM me. I told her that I would take the role. And I think that we're going to sell some shirts tonight. And also, Fully Connected marriage book.
So we told you guys over the last few weeks that we were going to be releasing something at the conference and only at the conference, but we wrote a resource called the Fully Connected Marriage, and it is a 10-week study that takes you through all of the basic struggles and basic barriers that you walk through in marriage, but the heart and the vision behind this resource, it's not a book you just read and put away, but it's truly a resource that you go through together and you just answer questions in your time alone walking through the content, and then you have time to sit down together, the two of you, and talk through the questions and talk through your answers and just create and cultivate conversations that you didn't realize you weren't having. This can be done in one-on-one with your spouse. It can be done in a small group if you have some couples in your neighborhood or some couples from your church that might want to go through it together or in your homes. But these books are $20, and again, we don't even have them up on our website because they are that brand new, but we're sharing them with you. So if you want to know more, if you want to order some Fully Connected Marriage books, you can DM
Chad. DM me, Chad Lacefield. I love to hear the responses. Tonight's post, just post a picture if you're at the conference. Post either a picture of you and your spouse, you and with couples, or just...
But if you weren't at the conference, post a picture of you and your spouse anyways.
Yeah, we would love to have you. It'll be available for you to Florida if you want to get away in Tampa, Florida. We'd love to have you May 1st and 2nd. But I want to say something about this book. There's a lot of sweat and tears that went into this book. But what I love about this book, even in our household, with us focused on marriage and continuing to grow our marriage, what this does is it sets the platform. It breaks down walls for you to be able to talk and discuss things that take you further in your marriage. So great job, Megan and Elevate team, for writing this book and putting it out. We're excited to share it with the world, share it with you guys. If you watch Marriage Monday, I would just buy one because it's going to help people get to conferences that are desiring to get there.
And the reason why we're sharing all of these things, these resources with you guys, we don't sell anything on Marriage Mondays. We do Marriage Mondays as just a gift to say, hey, let's gather together. Let's share the truth about what God's doing. Let's encourage, inspire, and motivate each other. But at the same time, we do have some incredible resources that we've invested time and energy in, and we believe in them so much. We don't want you to buy them because we need you to buy them. We want you to have them, to be able to use them, for them to make an impact. So for those of you who were at the conference and were able to get your copies, we would love to hear how that's going, if you've started it, or if you have a plan for if you're going to go through it with a group, if you're going to go through it just one-on-one with your spouse. We love hearing and knowing how you're using the things. And post your pictures in the stuff. I got a picture from a friend this morning wearing her Worth the Work t-shirt or tank top, and the purpose of that is just acknowledging the fact that marriage requires work. When Adam and Eve were in the garden in the beginning of time, it said that they were there to work and tend to the garden. And that was before sin ever entered the world. The garden was perfection, but still required work and tending. And marriage is similar to that. It requires us to do the work of investing in ourselves and our relationship with the Lord, and investing in each other, and doing the work required to be who God created us to be, and to be who God created us to be in the context of marriage as well.
So a little bit about the conference. We had a little over 300 people show up to the conference. Sold out conference for us. Super excited. 55 church represented. That's probably the most staggering total for me, is 55 churches, 55 different churches. People from churches were there representing
5 different states.
5 different states. It was just an awesome time. The atmosphere was set just perfect. But I want to say it was about our community. We have the best community.
Yes,
I can't say enough with our friends and the people that support us. Just tons of encouragement. And when you gather with people that you love, it's worth the work. It's worth fighting for your marriage. It's worth sticking in there. And sometimes it's not always easy, so we have to surround ourselves with those communities. And I just want to share, as we were building up to this marriage conference, I was struggling. I was one of the speakers, and I don't do it often. And, I was struggling. And the first night, Mark really talked about surrendering. Mark led the conference off talking about surrendering. And it was so powerful. But prior to the conference, 2 weeks before, a week leading up to, I was struggling, just thinking that I'm not enough. So I just want you out there to know that you're enough. Whether you're trying to lead your family, you're feeling down in the dumps, it's not going your way. As Mark taught the first session of just surrendering, and it's about turning your focus from the world and the things that you're putting inside that's feeding you that you're not enough, because that's not God saying that. And turning to the Word is living and powerful, and it changes your perspective and view. If you believe what you read, and you surrender your day, you surrender all that's going around you that's maybe not going your way, and you turn your focus on Him, He'll give you the what you need to be successful.
That's right. And, I think the other thing that we learned early, as we were getting closer and closer to the conference, not only is marriage worth the work, but the work that it took to put this together for over 300 people, for I think it was 156 couples that were there. It was absolutely worth it. But in that process, we had to learn and exercise grace in our house, because there were things, we talked about it at the conference, but I had 4 loads of laundry literally that hadn't been folded in weeks. They had been done. They made it to the washer. They made it to the dryer. They made it back to the closet, but they never made it folded back, put up. And he never once said a word, never made me feel guilty like I wasn't doing my part. And just the grace that he showed. And as we shared about it at the conference, he talked about how we, together we were stronger together, and we can do more together. And I came home from work late this afternoon to my laundry folded. So it was just another extension of grace, not because he loves folding laundry, and that's not his job, and it wasn't even expected, but just the gift that it was to me, and just learning to live fully connected to God and each other. And that requires, sometimes we have to let some things go, and then there are sometimes that we have to address some things. So I knew it needed to be done, and I had planned to do it tomorrow on my day when I'm here, but he just went ahead and did that for me. So I just want to say thank you publicly.
But I've got to be honest, if you're at the conference, you'll understand this. I was really plugging in the crock pot. So
oh dear.
The crock pot, if you're there, if you're at the conference, you'll understand plugging in the crock pot. But I plugged in the crock pot.
You did?
I did. I did.
Wow.
I did go there.
You totally went there.
You're up.
Where do we go from there?
Microwaves and crock pots. I think that's it.
If you have any questions, message chat.
Or Timmy Uri. He's the one that was the expert on crock pots and microwaves.
Yes. So, what was fun about Fully Connected is while we go to lots of conferences and we talk about what we call FCS now that has been branded from the conference, Finances, Communication, and Sex, we didn't necessarily have main sessions over finances, communication, and sex, but it does get kind of thrown in there every now and then because, what's marriage without those three things?
That's right. That's right. So, guys, we're going to make this a short one tonight. We love you guys. We just wanted to share kind of where we're at. I'm looking at myself in the camera going, man, y'all need to brush your hair and take a nap. But that's just how we are sometimes. You just,
this is real life.
We're a little bit worn out, but we're so excited for what God's going to do and continue to do. We truly, truly appreciate you guys plugging in on Mondays. We're going to keep it going as long as you guys show up.
Yep.
We're having fun still, and as long as we're having fun, we're going to continue to connect.
That's right. So here's what we would love to hear from you guys. We're working on planning our fall calendar for Marriage Mondays. Like we said, we're going to show up as long as you are. So if there are any special guests that you would love to see on the Marriage Monday, and also if there's any specific topics you would love to hear us talk about. We've kind of gone through all of the general ones, and we're more specific. And we try to just flow with what we hear and what you guys have asked us. So you're more than welcome to comment here, send us a direct message. But if there's something specific you would love to know, some specific questions you have for us, or some specific people you would love for us to bring on the show and ask some questions, let us know, because we aren't doing this for any other reason than for you guys. So let's do this together. We would love to hear from you. And also, one last thing. Chad talked about our community, and I can't go a single moment right now without being overwhelmed with gratitude for the people that we have in our lives and the people who served so well this weekend. And I have a relationship, I think, with every single person who served, and I want you guys to know how grateful we are for you, that you showed up, that you sorted clothing, that you stuffed bags, that you picked up popcorn, that you did all of the things. We had married couples served the majority, but we also had some singles who showed up and served so faithfully. And to say that they were willing to come show up at a marriage conference just to be a part of it and just to serve us was overwhelming and humbling for sure.
Did we put a lot of work in it? Absolutely. Did it take a lot of time? Absolutely. We got all these thank yous. Thank you for serving us and helping our marriages. But the reality is, without our great community that served us so well behind the scenes, that aren't on the camera, that weren't on the stage, we would never be able to do what we do.
That's right, because we have an incredible team at Elevate Him that we get to partner with, and then we have incredible friends and community and people who believe in your marriage, and they're willing to do the work to fight for your marriage as well.
So I'm just going to be honest, guys. If we don't sell at least 20 shirts tonight, I'm going to be highly disappointed. 20 shirts.
20 shirts?
Don't make me buy them, because I don't need any more of these.
I'd rather sell 20 books. So
20 shirts and 20 books.
We'll bet. How about this? If we sell 20 books tonight by direct messaging Chad, I win.
Okay.
If we sell 20 shirts by direct messaging Chad.
Get your credit cards out, guys. 21 shirts, 20 books, and we're all winners. Love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Have a super night.
Super night. Super night.